Good morning, good day. How are you? I trust you're doing well. It is the day after the election. Uh, when I woke up, when I went to bed last night, most of the country, except for the West, was red or kind of red. They hadn't called it. Um, when I woke up this morning, by the time I got to the kitchen, my husband announced to me that Trump won. I checked, and sure enough, Trump was the winner with 277 electoral votes. I checked my state of Pennsylvania, and my county once again, flipped from blue to red. I don't know if that's going to stick, uh, but where I'm at, we are traditionally very, very blue. Um, and I think that just my county turning red for this election. The last time it happened was when Trump won, also. Says a lot. What that says to you, I don't know. I know that there are a lot of people out there that uh, are unhappy. There is some fear going on about the things that he will do. Uh, you know, it was meant to be. That's where I'm at with it. That was meant to be, and I'm not displeased with the results. Quite personally, I want the borders closed. I want illegal immigrants to go back to their country and come into our country doing the legal way of doing it. Uh, yes. So now, for those of you who are not happy, I looked it up, and Trump is not eligible for running in re-election again in 2028 because he's only allowed to be elected twice, according to our Constitution. So you only have 4 years to deal with this. Um, you know what? Just take one day at a time. That's what we need to do. Just take one day at a time. And the fact that a lot of this country was red, I think, I believe, says something. What it says to you, I don't know, but it makes a huge statement. And I don't want to get too much into the political rant, but I did have to say that with my video yesterday, that Trump did win. If this is going to be a video diary, Trump did win. I am pleased with that because I firmly believe that he, of the two candidates, or there were more, is the strongest person to handle the world affairs that are coming down the line, or that may come down the line. I was listening to a news story from Australia, and they're actually questioning who's running the country at this point. And our perception, I actually did a video on that. Our perception to the rest of the world needs to be a strong one instead of everyone going, who's actually running the show right now? So um, it'll be all right. And like Jelly Roll says, we're not okay, but everything's going to be all right. It really will. The other thing that is on my mind today is a conversation that my oldest and I had. We have a lot of interest in, well, it's not really a conversation, it was a text conversation. It was about his youngest brother, who is going to be 7 in a couple months, um, has what my mother called the dropsies. And with not feeling well this summer, the house kind of got bad. It really needed cleaned. It still needs cleaned, but we are making slow and steady progress on it, I feel. Um, I do the old Fly Lady thing. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at Fly Lady, but if you're cluttery like I am, um, I don't even know if it's still online, but basically it was take 1 week, a month, and just concentrate on the room and get rid of the clutter. Um, I varied that by, instead of doing one room a week, I do one room a day. and clean it. And one of the big things was getting rid of 27 things. And if you ask my kids, it was like, yeah, pick up, put away, or throw away 27 things. And when you've got three other humans doing that, things get clean pretty quick, and it really isn't a lot of work. Um, anyway, so I've been doing 27 things a day in each room. Wednesday and Thursday happen to be the living room and computer room. And slowly things are getting in shape. But like I said, I have a 6-year-old that has the dropsies, and his oldest brother said, well, how about making a game of it and you pay him in candy? Now, my youngest is a little chunky. He's a little thick. So I would rather pay him in quarters. And I said I'd rather pay him in quarters because he tends to drop the quarters also, in which case I pick them up and I pay him again the next time. Uh, but it was what age actually, the question then became, what age actually do you start teaching kids the value of money? Now, my youngest has been very blessed in that my husband and I, because we're older and more established, and our kids are on our own. There's just a difference of being an older parent in that we have the means to get him everything we want. We don't. He is a little bit more spoiled than my other three. I will admit that he is a little more spoiled. But he really has never been told we don't have the money for that, and we truly don't have the money for that. He doesn't have that paradigm. He's not growing up with that. He's been blessed with that, but in some ways it's also, I believe, a curse because he doesn't have the experience of having to work and to save and to go without or to wait. He doesn't have that experience where my other kids, that was like, well, you're just going to have to wait because we don't have the money this week for that. Yeah. So pay him in quarters and then take him down to Dollar General and have him buy a Matchbox car. Um, and I don't, so what age? I mean, maybe he's too young for that. Maybe he is, because he doesn't really know what the value of money is. He's lost teeth. He got the money for losing his teeth. He does have a wallet that his brother gave him. He counts the money, but he also loses quite a bit of the money. And I know it's his by the way it's all crinkled and folded, and I just put it back in his wallet. But he doesn't really have that value that this green piece of paper actually means something. And I'm trusting that when I encourage him to save his money up to buy what he wants, then he will gain some knowledge of what money really is, or some people would say currency. But that's a whole other story, actually. So, what age do we start teaching our kids? Because definitely, I mean, I've heard some people say 3 and 4. I will tell you, given my youngest, 3 and 4, the lesson would have been lost. Um, Russell has other challenges besides just being a little big, and he's a little slow in the uptake. Let's put it that way. 3 and 4 would have been a little too young. Um, I don't know. In fact, I don't even know if 6, 7 is an appropriate age because he is, but you gotta start sometime. You know, you throw enough, what we used to say in teaching is if you throw enough mud at the wall, eventually some of it sticks. And I'm going to trust that some of this money lesson will stick because as he gets older, the plan is now, like his first car, he's going to have to work and save for his first car, just like everybody else did. He's going to have to work and pay for car insurance. Now that one's up in the air because I'd much rather have him get good grades and pay for the car insurance than him not doing well in school. So really, to me, the school is the priority, and I don't know where my other half is going to be at that time. But we'll you know what, we'll cross that bridge in 10, 11 years. So he's going to have to know how to manage money, because I think that's a really good skill to have uh, in your life, is to know where and to learn how to save for something. So I am interested in your thoughts. Leave me a comment below. If you like what you're seeing, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And get any comments, I will get back to you. All right. I will see you next time. Bye.